Welcome to One-on-One, where today our guest is the Superintendent of Margaretta Local Schools, Dan Schreier. Dan, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming here to Margaretta High School today.
Now, the last time we saw Dan on BCSN, it was when we came out for the Townsend event, which was a spectacular event celebrating the 50th anniversary of the last graduating class of Townsend schools.
Townsend has an amazing history, and it was just such a wonderful event. Thanks to some people here at school, including our school treasurer, Jude Hammond, as well as Deanna Faber, who works with our EMIS program, and so many other people. We were able to work with Townsend alumni to bring that class that graduated 50 years ago, and 8 members of that class came to the February 7th basketball game. We brought them out onto the court. Senator Randy Gardner did a wonderful proclamation to them. The pep band played the Old Townsend fight song, and in fact, they've been playing that fight song at other sporting events since that night. It was just a wonderful celebration, and we really thank BCSN for being there and helping to promote that.
Now, you were the superintendent here at Margaretta Local Schools. How long have you been here?
I've only been here since August 1st.
So you're a newbie.
This is my first year. I actually spent 4 years as superintendent at the Greene County Career Center, which is down by Dayton, just outside of Xenia, Ohio. My family comes from Oak Harbor. And when the job came open, we decided we wanted to try to get back to Northern Ohio, and it's been a great experience here in Castalia, Ohio, leading the Margaretta Local School District.
Now, when we have guests on BCSN, we always like to ask them, especially if they're not a high school student currently, what were some of the activities you were involved in when you were in high school?
Well, I was in high school many years ago, back I believe it was 1983 to 87 at New Bremen High School, a very small school located in Auglaize County just outside of Walpolecanetta. I actually graduated with 52 students, a very small school. While I was there, the major organization was the FFA organization. I was a 3-year officer in FFA, was involved in many activities there, but I was in the National Honor Society, I was in Science Club, I was on the Academic Challenge Bowl team as well for 3 years. A lot of fun activities, a lot of fond memories of New Bremen. From there I went on to the Ohio State University for my bachelor's and master's degree.
New Bremen, a graduating class of 52. You could relate to the Townsend graduates that were here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Townsend always had small classes, but a lot of great history. It was wonderful to talk to the people and hear some of the experiences. In fact, their class president, Jim Perry, was a state FFA officer as a member of the FFA from Townsend. I was a state FFA officer from New Bremen High School and was able to talk about some of those FFA experiences and how they were the same and how they were different, 50 years difference.
Here at Margaretta, you offer a senior leadership class, and in just a moment we'll talk to some of the students involved in that class. Can you tell us a little bit about that class?
You know, we got a great student body here. Sitting behind me are a bunch of middle school students here from Margaretta, and some of those leadership students are also in here sitting off to the side. We have a leadership program where juniors apply to be in this class as seniors. There's 29 juniors last year that became seniors this year that were chosen for that class. And throughout the year, they do a lot of activities. Those students today are going to talk about how they work with elementary students. They're going to talk about a new program that they're starting that's going to go from 3rd grade to the senior class. They're going to talk about working with the Sandusky Rotary as well. When many schools, seniors will begin to get senioritis sometime in October, November of that senior year. I'm proud to say that we have a group of seniors at Margaretta that have decided to leave a legacy. They've decided to not have senioritis and to work throughout their entire senior year to make a difference for the students of the Margaretta district, and I'm proud to work with these students.
And we'll talk to them in just a few moments, and if you don't mind, if you can stick around, when we're done with the kids, we'll ask you about some exciting things that are upcoming here at Margaretta.
Thank you.
We're back at Margaretta High School for One-on-One, and we are about to speak with 3 young ladies that are involved with the senior leadership class. We have with us Becky Keller, Lily Adams, and Courtney Ambos. Thanks for joining us. Becky, we'll start with you. Before we get started talking about the senior leadership class, tell us about some of the activities that you're involved in and outside of school.
Well, first off, thanks for having us. My name is Becky Keller. I'm a senior at Margaretta High School, and I'm involved in several different activities, including National Honor Society, Students Against Destructive Decisions, Peer Leadership, Routine, and FFA. I was the past secretary, and now I'm this year's president, and I'm involved in volleyball, and I run track.
Hi, I'm Lily Adams. I am the vice president of our senior class this year. I'm also involved in National Honor Society, where I'm the secretary. I'm involved with Routine, where I'm also the secretary. I am in Students Against Destructive Decisions. I am in our leadership class, where we are involved with the Respect campaign, and I am vice president of our new Interact club. And I am also president of our band this year.
Hi, I'm Courtney Ambus. I am the current senior class president. I'm also involved with Leadership, National Honor Society, Routine, Students Against Destructive Decisions, Yearbook, and I also played football, participated in diving, and I'm running track currently.
Sounds great. Each one of you are very active inside and outside the classroom. Becky, if we can come back to you. Becky, I see that you're involved in FFA. Tell us a little bit about what you like about FFA.
Well, the FFA has 90 members in our local chapter, and I really like the activities and how hands-on we are out in the actual FFA building. And our advisor, Mr. Kramer, he does a wonderful job getting involved, making sure everyone is involved with it, and it's just a great organization to be a part of.
Now, is this something that your entire family has been a part of over the years?
Yes, it started with my grandpa, and it's been passed down to me. I was raised on a dairy farm, so I have agricultural background, and I plan to actually major in agriculture in the future.
That sounds great. Lily, one thing that I learned about you beforehand was that you're active in ballet.
I have been doing ballet since I was 3 years old, so that's 15 years this year. I plan to continue on with that in the future. I think it's really awesome for people to be able to be involved with the arts, and ballet is a great way to do that, and it's my favorite thing to do.
And speaking of arts, Courtney, you just recently won an art award too.
Yeah, recently we had the Governor Art Show in Willard. Basically, you get to choose a couple projects that you want to take there. We're usually more selective for this art show. And you leave them there to be judged, and if your painting happens or drawing happens to be selected, you move on to state. And I was fortunate enough to have one of my paintings now move on to state.
That sounds great. We'll come back to Becky and we'll talk a little bit about the senior leadership class. Now, this is actually a class that's offered here at Margaretta, correct?
Yes, it is. It started actually in the year 2006, and it's been a successful organization ever since.
Now, we talked a little bit about you being seniors, and a lot of times, self-included, when you get to your senior year, you can see the finish line. But with the senior leadership class, it really keeps you involved in doing things your senior year that are positive for the community.
Yeah, most definitely. The leadership has made a great impact on my life and the little kids that we work with as well. It's just a great organization to be a part of, and like you said, that senioritis kicks in and you're about ready to be done, but that leadership class, it keeps you going.
Now, Lily, mentoring elementary students sometimes can be challenging. Do you enjoy doing that?
It's actually very, very fun. We go over on Mondays and Wednesdays. Some people go over Tuesdays and Thursdays and help out with certain selected classes, any teacher that possibly needs a hand in the classroom. Personally, Courtney and I actually both help out with a preschool class on Mondays, and that's really fun because the kids are kind of just learning how to be in a school setting, like a social setting, and it's fun to watch them be able to learn how to interact with others, interact with the teacher, follow directions and things, and helping them to learn it's just, their faces light up when we come in the room, and they get super excited to work with us, which is awesome. Yeah.
Courtney, what do you like about teaching the students?
Basically everything that Lily said is true. They always are very excited, and some of them are even disappointed if we don't get to them that day. We usually get a list of kids to go through with different activities, and they get very upset if they don't get a chance to come work with their high school buddies. They definitely have learned a lot this year from us, just socially especially. Beginning of the year, some kids didn't even really want to talk to us. They were very shy, but now they're very...
It's something you really enjoy.
Yeah, it's very fun to do. It's very fun to watch the way that they've learned and grown this year.
Now, Lily, you had mentioned you're vice president of the Interact, Rotary Interact?
Yes, that is a new organization we have this year. The Rotary had talked to Mr. Schreier and gotten us kind of asked us if we wanted to do it, and Mr. Schreier came to us and asked us if we wanted to participate in it, kind of explained it to us, and we said that we would love to do something like that. It's the first Interact organization in our area, so we're super excited about that, and there's actually a conference coming up in April that some of us get to attend that we're very excited for.
Now, Becky, what is it that you like most about the senior leadership class?
I just really liked how involved we are and how we're trying to make history here at Margaretta. The faces that you see on the little kids are just priceless because they get so excited and you just feel really important and you know that you're going to be that role model that they potentially want to be.
Lily, I'm going to ask you the same question. What do you like most?
Definitely, again, working with the younger kids. But I also think that the leadership class this year has gotten us involved with the school on levels that we have never been before. I've always felt involved with our school system, but being in leadership has really broadened the horizons. We have gotten to be involved in several more activities, including going over to the elementary school, which was never an option before leadership. So now we get to work with students in all different age levels, so it's very fun.
Courtney, I'll ask you the same question. What do you like most?
They've basically stolen all my answers, but the kids are awesome. We are totally more involved than previous years. We have tons of new campaigns, like our Respect campaign, and working with the kids and everything. We're just super involved with our school, and it's really a lot of fun and a great way to end our senior year.
One of the parts of the senior leadership class is the Respect campaign, and I believe this is 3rd grade through 12th graders. Becky, tell us a little bit about the Respect campaign.
Well, the Respect campaign got started this year by our superintendent, Mr. Schreier. He wanted to know what us kids thought needed to be improved at the high school and throughout the whole school. So we decided to write down a couple words on the board, and respect really stood out to us. And the respect here to ourselves and to our peers wasn't so great, but with this Respect campaign, I truly feel that it's really going to change everyone else's lives. Another thing is we got into wristbands to remind the kids that to respect themselves, teachers, peers, and their family. We also have decided to give a skit or a presentation to each of these grade levels, and I volunteered to help with the high school campaign or the high school presentation. So I will be starting that after spring break in April.
Lily, how are you involved in the Respect campaign?
I am mostly involved with the elementary and middle school presentations, but I've also been involved with designing the banner because we decided to make a banner to go along with this campaign. We are asking or offering the students to take a pledge to respect, and once they then take that pledge and get their wristband to remind them of respect, they are also able to sign the banner, which we will display in the high school and in the elementary school so that it's just everywhere.
Courtney, how are you involved?
I am also working on the elementary campaign. Basically, we're hoping that after we have given our presentation on respecting yourself and others, that they will realize the importance of respecting their teachers and everyone at school, and to hopefully put an end to bullying and things like that. So our presentation is actually I would say very complex. We have t-shirts and wristbands and banners and everything. We are going to have typed pledges. It's going to be a lot of work, but I think it's really going to pay off in the end.
All 3 of you have been very active in your high school career and before that. And of course, the future is coming up. So this is just the beginning for each of you. What are your plans, Courtney, after high school?
I actually plan on attending Ohio University to major in communication sciences and disorders so I can continue on to be a speech pathologist. So again, I'll have the kids in my life still.
Lily, how about you? What are your plans after high school?
I plan to attend the University of Akron with a major in ballet and a minor in business so that I can hopefully possibly open a dance studio in the future. And I will again be working with kids, but on a level of education, but also through the arts of ballet.
Becky, after high school, what are your plans?
I plan on attending the Ohio State University, go Bucks, and majoring in agricultural business with a minor in accounting, and either finding a job in the agricultural field or working for my family's third-generation accounting business, Days and Associates.
3 of the great students at Margaretta High School, and they are each involved in senior leadership class, and you can tell that they have been very involved up to this point, and there's many great things coming up for you down the road. I want to thank each of you for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're back once again with the superintendent of Margaretta Local Schools, Dan Schreier. And Dan, it was great to talk to those kids involved in the senior leadership class.
We've got an amazing class of senior leaders. The 3 that came today all have such unique leadership abilities. But the dynamic part of them is, again, they want to leave a legacy. They want to work with students, whether they're 3rd graders, 6th graders, or seniors, to help make them better, but make this school better. You know, I enjoy Margaretta because it is a family environment. It's a small town. Our families, the communities involved in this school, and to see these students succeed is just outstanding.
Now, it's nonstop here at Margaretta. There's a lot of activity here today. I see construction outside, but there's other exciting things happening in the future too.
We have a lot of neat things happening. The students just talked about the Respect campaign. They've talked about working with the Sandusky Rotary, with the Interact organization. They continue to work with our elementary as far as mentoring and tutoring. I couldn't be more thrilled at what they're doing in those areas. We have something really exciting that's going to be happening here at Margaretta in the upcoming years. For those listeners, those viewers that have been to Margaretta High School, you walk into the main entrance and you see an amazing polar bear, stuffed polar bear as you walk in. You see a great gymnasium ahead of you. You look to the left and you see an athletic hall of fame with an amazing history. We even had 4 great honorees this year elected to the 2015 Hall of Fame class. But when you walk into our school, the question might come up, where is the academic or the achievement Hall of Fame? Well, it's coming. We have developed a community group that is going to be working with the senior leaders here at this school to develop an Achievement Hall of Fame to honor students who maybe have done something amazing academically while they're in school, or they have went on to be something successful in later life. And it's going to be called an Achievement Hall of Fame, and our first class is going to be selected and honored in the spring of 2016. The information is going to be coming out about how to nominate, how they're going to be picked here in the spring. The first nominations will be accepted in the fall of 2015, again to select that first class in the spring of 2016.
That's awesome. What a great idea.
Oh, thank you. It was a great team. We have a great team here at Margaretta Local Schools, whether it's support staff, teachers, administrators. It's an amazing group to work with, and these folks have a lot of ideas to make education better for students, and I'm just proud to be a part of it.
Anything else to add before we go?
We appreciate BCSN's continued support of this school. We appreciate all the support of the community here in the Castalia area, whether it's Townsend Township, whether it's Margaretta Township. But we look forward to making our students leaders of this entire region. We're getting involved more in the Sandusky area, the Perkins Township area, the entire area, trying to show employers that our graduates are special. And when they either go on to work out of high school or they go into college and come back for jobs, we've got some amazing students here that are going to do great things for many years. And again, we're excited to show that to this area.
Sounds great. Thanks for joining us today, Dan.
Thank you.
Dan Schreier, Superintendent of Margaretta Local Schools.